If you have been craving a reason to consume less or to appreciate the things that you already have at home, let this be your sign. Because I don't know about you, but I've had enough of random Shein hauls full of clothes that people will just throw out after wearing them one time. I'm all here for conscious consumption and appreciating the things that we already have and loving them and reconnecting with them from time to time, because I think this is inspiring to other people as well to appreciate what they have at home. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda and my channel is all about conscious consumption, mindful consumption, and living your best happy life. So if that's something that you want to surround yourself with, consider hitting that subscribe button and then we can hang out more in the future. Thank you! So let's dive right into the 10 things that I've had for years and years. So let's start with item number 1, which is the item that I have owned for the longest time, because I've had this item since I'm a baby, or maybe like 1.5, 2 years old, and it's this blanket. This little blanket here was made by my grandma, my Peruvian abuelita. Rest in peace, she recently passed away. And yeah, seeing the things that she made for me or that she gifted to me are very special, especially in this time right now. So I got this when I was still a baby. And yeah, she hand knitted this blanket for me. I think it's made out of alpaca wool, I'm not sure, or it's just regular wool, but this is so warm and it's very like eclectic, colorful, cute. It does not really go with anything. Does my dog want? Yeah. Oh. My dog wants to join us. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't go with a very aesthetic house or very aesthetic bed, but I don't care. I always have this in my bed, and yeah, it's just the warmest blanket ever, and I don't think I will declutter this ever. Okay, number 2 are different types of shoes. I've had a couple of my shoes for over 10 years, I would say. First pair of shoes that I've had for over 10 years for sure. I think I bought these in 2010 or 2011 when they were really on trend. I think Dr. Martens never go out of trend, actually. They're always cool. I'm a believer, I'm a fan of Doc Martens shoes, but I've had these forever. Those that I use most of the time right now are these. Those are the Jaden. They have like a platform. They're a little bit more special in my opinion, and they're black, so they go with everything. And I've had those for like 6 years, 7 years. I think I bought them like in 2018, 2019, something like that. And I have been wearing both of them like all winter long, day after day, without doing anything with them. Of course, sometimes you can like polish the leather a little bit if you want to, but you don't really have to maintain them a lot. I clean them, but they don't really need a lot of maintenance, and they're great shoes. So in my opinion, they are a really good investment. They're quite pricey, but they last your entire life if you take care of them. Another pair of shoes that I've had forever, I think since 2014 or 15, are these sandals here. They don't look as pretty. They're a little bit like Birkenstock-ish. They are not from Birkenstock, or Birkenstock, how we say in Germany. But they are also, I think, made out of leather and a good quality. So I have been using them every summer for, yeah, over 10 years now, and they work great. My husband says they look a little bit worn off and I should replace them, but I don't think I will. Another a bit dressier shoe that I have had also for around 10 years are those. Also, they also look a little bit ugly, but it's those. Actually, they're from H&M, peep-toe pumps, but they are fine. They're not the best quality, obviously. They're not made out of leather. They're H&M, so I don't know how much they were. I think they were like maybe 20 euros back then, or maybe less, I don't know. But I wore those for weddings or for fancier events, and they are comfy, and they work fine, and they are black, so they go with everything, and I will continue to use them until they eventually break or they become unwearable for like fancier events. But right now they still look okay in my opinion. The next item that I've had for a long time, since I'm a kid actually, is this. Where is it? Is this necklace here. This is a gold necklace. I think it's 18K. It's really high quality, good gold. It's from Peru. I got it from my Peruvian abuela, again, from my grandma. I got this when I was 8 years old, I remember, because my family was visiting Peru and she wanted to give my brother and I a gift. and she got us both those gold necklaces. So my grandma is, or used to be, very religious. She was a Catholic through and through. So this necklace has a little baby Jesus on it. I am not religious. I'm not Catholic, not Christian, no, nothing. I'm not really religious, so I feel weird showing it to the outside because this is just not who I am. But I turn it around and I always use the necklace as this, so you can only see the golden part, and it's beautiful. I love it, and still it's a gift from my grandma, so it's very sentimental to me. Number 5 is my grandpa's old leather jacket. Looks like this. It has this inner lining. I think it's made out of silk. I don't know. It's just the coolest leather jacket that I have ever owned. Because it's my grandpa's, it's way too big for me, so I wear it very oversized, and I have to like put up the sleeves a little bit. I remember when my dad was decluttering my grandpa's house after he passed away, he looked at that jacket and was like, "Oh, is this something that your brother might like?" And I looked at the jacket and I was like, "No, I like this jacket. I think I'll take it." And I remember my grandpa wearing this jacket, and now I wear it, but in a very different style. And I get compliments for this jacket a lot because people see it and it looks very special, and it looks very edgy because it's so oversized, and it's just 100% my thing. I love it, and it's such good quality. I don't think you get something like this anymore, honestly. I think I'd cry if I lost this jacket because it means so much to me. It's just so important to me. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things. I think I've had it for like 6 years or more, and I wear it all the time. Love it. Talking about jackets, another jacket that I've had forever is this. This is a vintage Levi's jacket with embroidery on the back. I got it in London at a vintage market, and there was this lady, she made this embroidery on top of different vintage Levi's jeans or denim jackets, and it was just, I just loved it. I just loved everything about it. And that jacket was, I think, 130 or 150 euros or pounds back then. So it was really expensive for me at the time, and I was not financially literate enough to say no to this jacket. So I just got it anyways. But I don't regret it because I have been wearing this all the time. I wear it in the summer when it's a little bit chilly, or just when I want to have like a little bit of a pop of color to my outfit. It's very, yeah, also like a little bit eclectic, a little boho. I don't even know how to describe this. It's just such a cool artsy piece in my wardrobe, and I love it. Okay, the next item is just a very regular pair of jeans. I've had these jeans from Topshop. Those are mom jeans. This pair of jeans I've had for over 10 years. Regular, it's just a little bit of a high waist or mid waist. So I have been using this all the time. It's just a very simple cut and very simple jeans. I like it. Would I repurchase Topshop again? Most likely not, but back in the days, I didn't really care. I purchased a lot of fast fashion back then. I don't really do that anymore. I thrift a lot and I look for high quality and more sustainable brands now. But yeah, still, it's part of my collection and I like it. Another clothing item that I've had for years is this overall jumpsuit situation. This one I got it from a friend, and she thrifted it. So I think this is as sustainable as you can purchase H&M. But yeah, I love this piece. It's such a versatile, easy to throw on, and you still look put together and very chic item. I wear this all the time when we're invited to fancier events, or when I have to look a little bit like more put together and glamorous. This is just so easy, and it's not a skirt or a dress, so you feel really comfy in it, and I love it. I wear this with my old heels and I look fine. People always give me compliments for this overall, and I always tell them like I've had this for years and I always wear it, and it's just, yeah, I just love pieces like that. All right, next part is, again, a couple jackets, but now it's winter coats. These are two of my favorite winter coats. I've had these for, I think, over 6 years each, or 5 years. and I will continue to love them. So I thought I'd include them, even though they're not that old, but they've just been used so much and I love them. Number one is this coat. It's like a down jacket by Patagonia. It's corduroy. I love it. It looks so cool. Patagonia is one of my favorite brands for like outerwear or sportswear. If you want to like hike or camp, Patagonia is one of the best brands. They're super sustainable, and yeah, their quality is immaculate. So love this. The second winter coat that I am absolutely in love with and have been using forever and ever, and I think I use this almost every day when it's cold outside, is this Marco Polo recycled down. Is it like a coat, parka? I don't know. It's like a longer form of coat, and it's a recycled material. It's also recycled down. And Marco Polo is also one of the brands that focus on high quality. They focus on sustainable and recycled materials. They are a brand based in Stockholm, Sweden, I think. And their clothes are just great quality overall, and they're made to last. And that's something that I love. All right, next up we have this cardigan here. I've had this cardigan for, I would also say, around 10 years. I think I bought it in 2015 or 2014. It's by Pepe Jeans, London. And I remember this was a very, I don't think it was an impulse purchase, but I knew that I didn't have the money for it because at that time it was an expensive purchase for me. I think it was around like 80 euros or so. I don't know if I remember correctly, but it was a little bit pricier, but I just loved the look of it. It's like a little bit boho, a little bit hippie, and it's just, yeah, I just got it anyways because, again, I was not really financially literate and I was very impulsive back then. But this thing, I've used this forever and ever, and the quality is amazing. I have used this so much and washed it, and it does not look any different from when I first purchased it and wore it for the first time. So those high quality pieces are something that are just so worth it. So if you are looking into getting new clothes and you don't find anything at the thrift store that is similar to what you want, consider getting something from a really, really good brand. Even though it costs more, just try to save money for it and get it then, because it will pay off, let me tell you. Of course, if you have the money and if you are privileged enough to do so, but if you can, go for the more expensive and for the more high quality. Expensive does not always have to mean that it's higher quality. Of course, you have to look at the material and everything, but there are a couple of brands out there that really focus on a higher quality, and I'm just all for it because that is something that we will continue to appreciate and love forever. All right, the next thing is something that is not really high quality, but I've had those things anyways for a long time. Let me grab them. And that's my bikinis. I've had my bikinis for also around maybe 8 years or maybe a little less. These bikinis, I think, I purchased them like 2016, 17, 18, around that time. I used to like to have new bikinis every year, which absolutely makes no sense and it's absolutely dumb of me to think at that time. But I was young and dumb and I was unsustainable. But now I just use the bikinis that I have. I think right now I have 4 pairs of bikinis, which is a lot. And some of them really show the signs of like wear and tear, but still I'm using them. They are not the best quality. I think one is H&M and the other one is Calcedonia or something like that. I thought I'd include those because sometimes it's not only the things that we absolutely love or the most high quality things, but sometimes it's just the items that we had forever and we just don't see the use of replacing them, right? All right, number 9 is several beauty products. If you want to see more of the beauty products that I own, you can go watch my Project Pan video that I will link somewhere up there. You can watch that as soon as you're done with this video. I talk in depth about all the stuff that I want to use up. Now, I still wanted to include 3 of my beauty products that I've had for years in this video. So number 1 is Chanel lipstick. I have another one somewhere in one of my bags and I can't find it, but I have another one that's also similar age like this. So I think I got this, yeah, more than 10 years ago, I think. Yeah, must have been more than 10 years ago. And still, let me show you. Yeah, so there's still something left. I will still use this. Number 2 is this MAC blush that I talked about in my Project Pan video as well. I've had this for, I think, over 10 years, and this is still working, and I'm still using it, and I didn't get a rash or anything from it, so I assume it's still fine. And another makeup item that I have had for years is this highlighter palette. There was a time when people just overdid their highlighter. That was the time when I purchased this because I thought I needed this too. Oh, this is ridiculous. All right, so number 10 are some kitchen items. And the first kitchen item or like homeware item is this mug. This is my favorite mug ever. Okay, my matcha is cold now. That was a bad idea. This mug is, I think, over 20 years old. I made this in kindergarten, and I don't think I even wrote my name myself. I think it was the kindergarten teacher, because in kindergarten you can't really write, at least in Germany. Kindergarten time in Germany is from like 3 years to around 6 before you go to elementary school. So that was the time when I made this. And look at her. I mean, I was an artist back then. Look at that. Like the colors and everything. I love it. The last item I wanted to share with you is very random, but it's this saucepan. I've had this since 2013 when I moved into my very first apartment for college or university back in Germany. So I got this at IKEA together with another pot. I think it was a set. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the set was like €9.99 or €10 at the time. And I have used this, the other pot I don't have anymore, but I have used this for like my oatmeal or for little sauces or to heat up something. And it's just been great. And this is super cheap and very random, but I've had this for such a long time and I just love it. And I don't think I will ever get a fancier one or something else, because this works just fine. There are a lot of things, of course, in our home that I've had for a long time, even though we've moved to the US like 3 years ago, 3-ish. And before that big move, I did a huge declutter. My husband did a huge declutter. And so, yeah, it's just so interesting to see all the items that make it through all the declutters, and we just keep loving them and keep using them. I think those are the items that just spark so much joy and contentment in our lives. And that's why I think it's so important to reconnect with our things, to just love our things and appreciate that we have them. And yeah, that is something that nowadays, with all this cheap stuff that is around and this instant gratification and this overconsumption, I think it's getting lost. So with my channel, I hope to inspire you to reconnect with your things, love what you have, and invest in high quality pieces if you need to. I really enjoyed hanging out with you today. Thank you very much for watching. And if you are looking for other videos to watch, I will link some of them here. And let me know in the comments a couple of your most cherished items that you've had for years. I would really love to hear your thoughts. And I see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.